coming. Welcome back to OGs of Los Santos. So I wanted to wait until I had a bigger following to make this series, but quite honestly, I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. So for those of you who are tuning in, I hope you enjoy this. We're going to be taking over the entire map using the Gang and Turf mod. So let's give you guys a bit of an overview of what the map looks like right now. So as you can see, I've made it like San Andreas, so there's color overlays that outline what are gang territories on the map. It's not as nice, but I did my best. So most of South Central is actually controlled by Serrano gangs, Crips and Bloods, and the MG13, which is technically a Serrano gang, even though it is supposed to be MS13. They are affiliated with the Mexican Mafia, hence the number 13. There is some Yakuza turf in town, and there's the Hells Angels Clubhouse, but the majority of the organized crime groups are on the outskirts of the city, with the bikers controlling all of the rural area. So before we get started, let's go over all of the gangs in Los Santos that are going to be part of this challenge. So here are the gangs of Los Santos. We've got the 52 Forum Gangster Crips, which are based on the 52 Hoover Gangster Crips, the Ganton Pyrus, which are the Compton Pyrus, Brown Pride Vagos 13, which is the GTA version of BPS 13, Aztecas 13, just a Serrano clique in GTA, MG13 or Marabunta Grande 13, based on the MS 13, the Los Santos Yakuza, the Triads, and the San Andreas Hells Angels. So outside of just taking over gang hoods, I do want to make it a little bit more interesting. So I've come up with some rules that are going to make this challenge just a little bit harder. Alright, so here's how it works. Every gang war is final. So if I lose the war, the run ends. Not going to edit it, do it over in the same video, and make it seem like I won the gang war if I didn't. If I lose, I try again next time. Organized crime groups stay off limits until I control at least half of the map. So that means until I control half the map, there's no going after the Hells Angels, the Triads, or the Yakuza. At 50% map control, to make things harder, AI gangs are going to gain the ability to capture turf on their own. So this is going to be a struggle. I'm probably going to want to go a little bit over 50% before I go after those organized crime groups, just to solidify my position on the map. At 50% control of South Central, AI gang behavior is going to get switched to aggressive, so things are going to get interesting real quick. At 75% of control for the full map, the same behavior is going to get raised to very aggressive, which is going to make it increasingly difficult to capture turf. Now, if a gang war puts Franklin in prison, I have to play it out. I can serve my time, escape, or bail out. If I decide to bail out, the same gang war has to be restarted in the same video. So that's the rules. We're not straying away from this. Let's go. Alright, so let's get started, guys. Now, I'm already beefing with the Pyrus and the BPV13. So technically, it would make a little bit more sense to start with them, so I wouldn't be creating new beefs. However, I feel like I've been making a lot of videos with those two gangs, so we're going to switch it up here. Let's see who we can go after first. So the Browns are the BPS 13, or BPV13. Red is Ganton Pyrus, blue is our 52 Forum Gangster Crips. MG13 is the dark blue, and Azteca 13 are our light blue. So you know what? Let's go after the MG13. And we're going to try to take over Vespucci Canals. Alright, let's see how this goes. So I added quite a few mods in here. So if we speed or burn red lights and stop signs, cops will pull us over if they catch us. So that does add to the difficulty, just because there's a real prison system, and if you have a wanted level, when you die, you get sent to prison. And you either have to serve your sentence, bail out, or try to escape. So it just adds a layer of difficulty to the game. I've also added the beef, which is a mod that makes it so that essentially gangs just remember who you are. So if you fuck with them or start beef with them, they can just pull up on you randomly on the map. Right now we're beefing with the Ganton Pyrus and the BPV-13. So that does make it harder as well, because you could be in the middle of a gang war and they just roll up. Just make things a little bit more difficult. And the more you kill them, the more of them try to take you out. So it does become quite hard after a while. So here we are. We're in the Vespucci Canals. Just gonna find a good place to get this going. I guess right around here will be fine. I'm gonna go with the SMG for this. All right, let's go. We're spawning right over there. Just want to be careful here how I approach it, because it can just pop off pretty quickly. And if I die, I will respawn at the hospital. And I can try again, but there's a better chance that I'll lose if I spawn at a hospital. Shit. Horrible aim here. Got the cavalry with me. Try to make it over to the other side. Go. So the problem is, if I die and I respawn, typically what happens is my numbers get real low and theirs stay a little higher. So by the time I get back to the zone, it's a pretty good chance it's going to be over. So I'm trying to be careful here. No. Oh shit, there we go. We got beef with them now. I don't want the video to be boring, but I'm definitely gonna die if I'm not careful. Once I actually kill all these guys here, the lieutenant is gonna spawn, and he's got 80% accuracy and 1500 armor, something along those lines. So he's hard to kill. I mean, relatively hard to kill if you get too close. Or if your health is low. So I'm trying to conserve as much health as possible. That was a close call. Alright, so it's just a lieutenant, but I can see some red blips appearing on the map, so that's either them sending backup or it's another gang I'm beefing with sending backup. So I'm trying to get the fuck out of here as soon as possible here. Vehicles over here. I see the lieutenant already spawned. Let's go get this fool. There we go. Fuck. Here they are. And this cop car is blocking me. And another car coming. Where is he? Why does he keep running off?
See you in hell.
Hell yeah, here we go. Alright, let's see if we can get the rest of these guys out of here.
Let's move back.
Now the gang war is won, guys. I already took over Vespucci Canals, but their backup's still coming after me, so we're gonna keep trying to get them. There's only a couple of them left. Alright, we're gonna call this a win. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe.